Oi, welcome back to the Justice for All. Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Clarita had on Mr. On Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt On Guard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? Why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
It sounds like it does, honestly.
No.
You don't know the real him. Well then, why are you with him? That doesn't involve this.
Sick of it. 6-figure salary.
About Miss Celeste Impacts.
I finally put her death behind me. Now, thanks to you, I'll come back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. It's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip, but I never held any murderous intent towards Juan.
Till I stabbed him with that knife after he was dead.
I would never do something so stupid.
Like stab a dead body with a knife. Oh wait, you did do that.
Ooh.
Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said.
Why frame him?
Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard?
That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they figure it out, right?
Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please tell me why you did what you did.
Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now?
Ah, a dish served. Lukewarm. Cyclops. Oh, just one good.
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Everybody wants to be my enema. Huh?
I'm just gonna let that one sit. Let it really fill in the dead air. I'm sure. I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge.
Oh my god. Please have something. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me.
Uh-oh. Mr. Powers.
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers?
I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, and all of a sudden, you there! You want the arrest? And I was brought back here.
Uh-oh.
They said my face and the whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show with kids. Is that a crime?
Depends on what happened to those kids. What happened to those kids?
Oh, examine the detective on the left.
That's one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've lied to you all. I'm not a detective. I'm really global human on Yucabon!
I think he's lost his grip on what's real and what isn't.
Did I present my bed? No.
I don't need to.
Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. No, I don't.
So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think that is that lawyer the detective is talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Dick! Mr. Maya makes myself the only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright!
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I?
This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
But what is he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn that pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Oh, so sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, they said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager, you know. It's Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
Gossip. You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
The dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more like a hairy, more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of a guy, you see? It's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey! So did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impacts?
We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about the mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why did you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note.
A woman walks onto a chair and puts her head through a rope.
You hear about this? You hear about this? And they say that Lon went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
I don't believe so. I think it's something bad for our client. Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
Yeah, that's Matt. That was Matt she got caught up in. An affair before the wedding, which caused the wedding to be canceled. Which caused a suicide. Which was not to blame the ex-fiancé, but the one she cheated with.
That's all the hymns I got. You wasted them all. I can't do another. I'm on cooldown for a month.
And Kurita was a no condoms man. A truly insidious man. Did you mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, but I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything.
Your phone!
Hey, that's still Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hello? We're in trouble now, pal! I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth! Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal! I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end! Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we need to get back to the office right away.
We should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together!
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow I doubt that. What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought the spy camera.
Huh?
This quickly? And this bear was what gave them away, pal. The bear. Figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth? I figured...
Shh, Pearls. And go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy another person in the room?
Matt Ongard.
Huh?
Matt Ongard, your client, that's who. Here, I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. It's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. Receipt. That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. Store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ongard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ongard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought that the stuffed bear was Mr. Ongard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be.
Credit card receipt. A receipt for $3,800. Proof. OnGuard bought a stuffed bear identical to one in evidence.
So what about the spy camera we found? Oh, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can't get this kind of thing. You can get this kind of thing from anywhere. For now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away in evidence.
Spy camera set to record the victims we found from it. It's the same thing. Give me the water.
You gotta give me like 30 minutes, you'll have your water. Oh my god. You get the whipped paper water.
Story of my life. So you give me the handicapped one?
You get the disadvantaged water. But you don't have a fat water, otherwise that's the one I'd be grabbing. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Garrida's room was Matt Ongard?
Why? Why would Mr. Ongard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Mrs. Andrews and Mr. Garrida in one of those rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. You're going to see him, Mr. Ongard, I mean? Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder I wonder what we will find out next.
And before on guard, I've got to deal with Andrews and get all of her locks first.
Nope.
Oh, I'm shocked. I figured it was going to be, you got to get all the 5 and then you can get the 1. What, I got to do the 1 and then I can get all the 5?
No, we're doing the 5 first.
Oh, I have it backwards, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. At On Guard. What in the world have you done? Boring.
Oh, you're working really late, you know? It's already past 10 p.m., dude.
I think it's time you told me the truth.
Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? If you really want to know, let's talk.
Mad secret. Now let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed?
I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on! I was in the middle of a nap!
Don't lie to me.
Huh?
I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night, because of the video camera. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room that night of the murder.
Secretly film? What?
And then sent the images of the camera sent the images the camera took with this transmitter.
Wow. Dude, what was this camera you were talking about hidden?
In the bear. Spy camera was hidden in the bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan.
I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude?
Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan.
You sure, dude? Who's gonna be from?
The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was you. Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere?
I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude.
Ah, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend?
Oh, what else did the bear tell you?
I know what you did to that bear. Get your hands out of stuffed animals.
Is he trying to seem simple?
Yeah, the whole lower half was filled.
Oh. Someone stole it, dude. I don't want to tell you. Man, that Juan.
When we cut it in half, it was cement by the time we got to it.
Stealing my toys.
Mr. Odgard, are you getting turned on by the thought of the bear again?
No.
Of course not, dude.
He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard.
If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on! This is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg.
No legs pulled. Not even your third one.
Oh.
Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet.
Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first?
Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The credit card receipt. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Unguard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear.
Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be the toothbrush I bought that one time.
A $3,800 toothbrush?
It's ivory. It's got elephant hair for bristles.
First off, yes, ooh. Second off, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's nice. I had to witness the poaching myself, dude.
I did it.
Yeah.
Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you gave him an autograph, did you not?
Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing?
Yes.
You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that?
Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you.
Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay?
No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is, of course. It would be strictly confidential.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm going to find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Creeder's room and filmed it in secret is... the reason behind it all was, impacts of suicide. Maybe. No. No, it's gonna be the affairs, but our proof needed, isn't it?
It was not trying to film the affair.
No? So yeah, wouldn't it be the suicide note?
No, he was not trying to film what the suicide note was.
What evidence do we got? What evidence do we got?
Okay, but we got the transmitter right here. It changes the footage taken by the spy camera into the radio waves and transmits the data. The camera was bought, was in the stuff that, in the eye, was found in the victim's room. It was bought by man on guard, and this spy camera that was set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour and was running at the time of the murder.
So, he just wanted to film the murder?
Well, this is good.
That's fucking weird, man. I think the killer gets off on his kills. It's like a trophy to him.
Ooh.
Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. I'm sure you know of him, don't you?
Shelly, killer. That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him?
If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? Sit. I'm finally starting to get the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Mad on Guard. I know why you know, Mr. the Killer. It's because you're his client. You're his superhero, baby. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you. AKA Mad on Guard. AKA my future husband. It's not a funny joke, dude.
I knew I was. Trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway.
This Mr. Onkart really did hire?
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay?
Consult myself?
Guess it's probably about time anyway.
Time for what?
think it's about time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard.
Those are fingernails. Ooh. Or is that from his cat shoe that's not his cat?
Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have.
You really... So you are Shelley the Killer's client?
You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me, I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying! What terrible!
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
Why? Why did you hide the video camera in?
A weakling soon believes the words of others. Just like that pathetic Adrian.
I understand he's a bad guy, but that's pretty fucking cool. Character model.
I love his transformation.
It's a transformation you don't see coming of the Beach Boy dude into I'm gonna put my hair slicked back
and now I'm a Bond villain. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. He turns into a fucking Bond villain.
Especially since there's a first case that your client is actually guilty.
This is the first case where we're gonna have to be like, no, he's guilty, Your Honor.
But we can't do that.
Well, I know we need Maya. Yeah. It's the one where he's guilty and we still have to try and... We have to switch roles with Edgeworth instead of the going for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta just go for we win.
Mm-hmm.
Until Edgeworth walks in with fucking Maya. It's like, nope, we got her. Found her wandering the streets.
Yeah. That's not Maya. What are you talking about?
It's a fat Asian dude in a wig. But you know that's not Maya.
I found Maya dead in a ditch. We gotta be. I don't want Pearl to know.
He knew about Miss Andrews' secret.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins.
What?
Oh, come now, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me? How much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
$5.
And that's why?
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
On guard, I think Shelley's a little smarter than you. I think that's why he was in your house.
That's right.
He's looking for the recorder.
That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Oh, why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. First of all, let me show my badge. I don't care what you show. I think you've got enough out of me, don't you? Enough freebies for today. The rest is up to you, isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
I have one more question, actually.
Oh, why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sling so much done onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they?
This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, then Mr. Unguard's secret would have...
Well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone.
People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. But put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh! And how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt on guard.
To be fair, from the beginning, we've been working our butts off for Maya.
Did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet.
How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you killed Juan Correa. You answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone.
Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room.
You killed Mr. Correa.
I dare you to say that in court tomorrow.
God.
Oh, but too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya.
You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose.
You scoundrel.
So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution.
I'll get you for this.
That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Maya, what am I supposed to do?
And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case.
Edgeworth, how long have you been standing there?
I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. I'm in the same pose. I walked here like that.
It was chilly.
Yeah. Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy...
No, we can't do that.
That's right. It's holding Maya hostage.
What should I do?
That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. That is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in the court of law till I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn.
My turn?
What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own.
I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, Matt Onguard, that man is really...
It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. It's not what the basis of our judicial system.
Proper defense. But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery?
Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now?
Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get Matt Onguard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But I look at this mess we're in. Can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do.
Right. You get a hold of yourself. You have it all wrong.
Huh?
We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone. That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do.
People like you and Francisca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty.
Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all.
And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty.
I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken.
What do you...
Thanks to you. When you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. You saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now?
Answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
Let it rain.
Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager that you can... give me one more second. Do you wager... Give me 1 second. Do you wager... Fuck! You can obtain an acquittal tomorrow. My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Onguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer?
Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client.
Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself.
I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am.
Yeah.
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
What the heck is aftercare?
My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and is a part of an assassin's duty.
An assassin's duty?
Be serious.
We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you once before. However,
You did, but...
my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer! Who the fuck is that? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer,
I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain,
Maya!
it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap.
Ah! No!
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome.
Hey-oh.
Music, my.
How many people do you have standing around this transmitter right now?
My God.
I thought it was just you on the radio.
It's everybody.
I am in the precinct right now.
Everybody's hearing this.
You called at an awful time.
Oh.
Wait, Killer, why are you running? You are not here. You're nowhere close to us. Where are you running to?
I don't know what to say.
Steps on the cat's tail. Wait, is that you? Edgeworth. Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission.
Huh? Oh, that sounded like a cat.
Cat?
It can't be.
My God!
That cat. Can it?
What is it?
No cats sound alike. I know this cat. I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all your police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately.
All right, you hurry over as well then.
Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah.
Ew.
Hello, guys. Hello. Yeah, you're protecting everything well. All back. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, see you later then.
Maya!
Please answer us, Mystic Maya!
I'd say that door because that's where the bear is.
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area.
Can't believe it. That butler all this time. He was the killer. But the player knew.
He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear, but there were a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
Figurine! A wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in many thin cuts.
Bear, isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Like a trophy?
Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed there. I can't fit in there, I tried.
I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door?
This door, it's locked.
Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Oh, my knee!
Right, you didn't do any of that.
My ankle! There's no one here.
From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right?
An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals. And a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it.
I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
Oh,
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Satellite.
It's a VCR and an antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
if only we had a tape. It would be really helpful.
Yo, sick TV, man!
Huge television and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a Happy Samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this.
oh, funny, she did.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what she'd say. I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. It's on Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help?
Mr. Dick, where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch.
There's a little door for shooting in this big door.
I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like OnGuard taped all of his own shows. What a spacious sofa.
What a spacious sofa. Let's take a nap.
I bet 10 pearls would fit on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
Now let's try it out. Get out there!
Yes, move it to the wine cellar.
We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away.
I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time.
And now we've lost our only lead.
Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar.
Yeah, you're right.
We're close. I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us.
Maya. And that photo. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean,
Yes, Mr. Creed's former manager.
why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. OnGuard's mansion?
Why does it say with love? This might be a clue.
Celeste's photo found at OnGuard Mansion with love, Celeste is written on it.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message.
What? The last time I saw her name painted in red, it was not good. And it was her sister's blood.
Eggs, milk. This is my shopping list. Just in case I got out.
Well, yeah, that's also what we proved in court was turn it over, it's
No,
a shopping list.
I knew you'd come. I thought. I mean, one more time. Cut everything out. Cut everything out. Cut this out. Restart the episode. Restart the episode.
Get that camera off me!
Get up. I thought you'd come.
Sorry.
I knew you would.
Okay.
Now listen up. You better get OnGuard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. So much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh, Mystic Maya!
Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare?
Oh, that thing.
We searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us.
Edgeworth.
Yes?
As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing.
And what is that?
Her secret.
Oh.
I need her bra. Do you know how I can get it? Miss Andrews' Cyclock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding. And I think I can stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth.
I think I know what you're thinking. I think I know. I know what you're thinking. I don't think. I know what you're thinking. I think. I'll contact the detention center.
Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open the last lock.
The last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill.
Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Cyclock.
Cyclock?
I'm gonna take him off.
What are you... God.
Don't move. It's gonna be nice and easy. I want to know. You will tell me. Your secret.
Fine. Go ahead. Try to break me if you can.
All right, now show her the photo of her dead sister.
She's not my sister.
Manager, whatever. She looked at her like a sister. What's it matter if I call her a sister to her?
She's not part of the faith.
The show Band of Brothers, they weren't real brothers.
Okay.
Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it. But I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for.
Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. It's a someone. It was Celeste.
Celeste.
There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide.
What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager.
And your mentor.
On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all of this have to do with Matt?
Right. We haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On God, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
It's the photo of the lovers. It's just her, but it's like a love photo.
Yeah.
This is a photo of Miss Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impacts' handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this? No. That's alright. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. On Guard's mansion.
And after all this time, the last remaining secret has been revealed.
Ka-chow! Hubba 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 hubba.
Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Yeah! We made her traumatized.
Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Creator didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes. Because of Matt.
Because of Mr. Ongard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going.
Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why. With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple.
They were a couple, weren't they?
Wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away.
It's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called the marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself.
What is this, Five Nights at Freddy's?
That's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure that even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
See, that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It's probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impax.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left behind a suicide note. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds and... so that she would never again be hurt by Matt. She chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized the note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge. There's that word again.
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course.
And that was at the press conference after the stage show.
I know all about it, because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game.
Yeah, but you could see how they're kind of attractive.
At night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it, and I even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge.
Doesn't seem comfortable to sleep on the side of your body that has the fucking nickel arm.
Well, the man's crazy, so...
I don't care how crazy you are. Metal digging into your side does not
He might
feel
like
good.
it. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
Let's see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me.
It's no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
Don't give me that side-eyed smile. It kind of creeps me out. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation. Or with what I know now. Stop it. I want to sleep with you.
My god. And we're gonna go to the final trial of the game in...
The next episode.
So they go watch this episode of Ace Attorney Justice for All. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell, be notified to me about what is.
Every day.
Bye-bye.